And stories you need to know now. Just a few hours left for the United Auto Workers and the big three automakers. While workers, that is, are hoping for the best, are also preparing for the worst. 13 Action News reporter JD Pooley joins us live to tell us about how workers are handling the hours counting down to the deadline.
Christian, I spoke with local UAW members who say they don't want to strike, but they're prepared to do so.
Especially in the negotiations with the big three. We ask you, Heavenly Father.
Prayers were being given at UAW Local 14 this afternoon as UAW retirees gathered for their annual picnic.
I'm nervous, but I have a feeling that, if cooler heads prevail, that we can come to a fair and equitable deal here in the final hours.
Robert Bosco has been volunteering his time at the picnic, serving up hot dogs. Bosco has been a UAW 14 member for 23 years, currently working at the Toledo Propulsion Systems plants.
Squirreling away what I can as far as savings and that, and getting ready for the next contract. You just never know. It could be signed in one day. We could be out. It's not something we can predict, so you have to just be prepared for it.
Bosco says all the UAW members are united to strike if called upon.
We're ready to hunker down for the worst, but we're also looking forward to what could possibly be a record-breaking contract for us and something that we deserve after all these years of concessions.
Retired UAW member Jim Hawkins worked for 30 years in the powertrain plant just across the street.
We can't go backwards. If you go backwards, you're losing. So sometimes you got to go on strike, and I've walked the picket line up quite a few times.
Phil Ryder with UAW Local 12 has been a member for 12 years at the Jeep plant. He says he's feeling anxious about the looming deadline.
Obviously at midnight tonight, we could be going on strike. President Fain said last night that they're going to strike select plants if there isn't a deal, and from everything I'm hearing, they're still far off on some key issues.
Ryder says his list of concerns is long, starting with inequality.
They talk about the tiers. I mean, there's just so many different levels of income, starting with, legacy workers. And then I'm considered in progression. I've been there for almost 10 years. And although I make the same wage as a legacy, I don't have a pension. I don't have health care when I retire, if I retire before 65. A younger worker hiring now, that's basically 45 years before they can retire.
And as that deadline inches closer tonight, be sure to stick with 13 Action News online tonight for the latest developments. Christian?